Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel, review anything and everything. And today I'm just giving you guys an update on my betta fish tank situation. And I'm getting a little bit of, I cleaned off a lot of the algae stuff, starting to come back. I'm gonna have to get more things to kind of feed on that stuff. I used to use the snails, but some of them are dying off, some of them are still there, but I feel like it's not enough of them. And in my other tank, I don't have the light on right now, but they just had more babies, and so they're growing in that tank. Even though that tank, something's wrong with it, because the snails aren't doing very great. They're living, but they're not doing very great. So something with the water, I may have to check on or figure something out. Go to the pet store. But anyway, the reason why I'm doing this update right now, and I'm sorry I'm getting a lot of glare coming off of the screen. I mean the side of the tank is. I'm sorry about that. I think that's a lot having to do with partly, like I said, some of the green growing on the side. So I'm gonna have to kind of wipe that down with a toothbrush, scrub it off. What I wanted to really just show is, you see right there, that was the other newer betta right there. He is the newer male that I gave an update on before. And he's doing his thing. He seems to be the only male left. So the king, I'm more than sure at this point, is dead. Just probably off of old age. If you look and you Google it, it shows that they live for about 2 years to 5 years. And he was already pushing the, maybe almost August, like a little bit before next August coming up. August 2026 will be like 3 years. So he's like 2.5 years. A little before that. So maybe like May would have been like 3 years, at least from the time I got. I'm not including the time that the pet store. So yeah, he could have been, just in that range. So that it is what it is. But with that being said, he had a long life. He had kids. His kids grew up. A lot of them didn't make it. His son was here with him, but I think his son passed away also. I think, I don't know why there was enough room for them to all coexist. But when I got that new male kind of really pushed his weight around and he made sure he thrived. And the other ones, I don't know. There was plenty of rooms of this tank. It's a 20-gallon tank, but there's enough for them to hide this and that. It wasn't something that happened instant, but I don't know why that they died. And I haven't seen them anymore, so I'm assuming they're dead, that they died. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 dead bodies floating around, but I couldn't tell anymore what they were because of their color discoloration. Now, what's funny is there was a couple females in here. The original mom female, I'm more than sure, has been dead a while now, but there was a couple other females that had purchased. There was like 3 of them. One of them definitely gone, but then I saw a blue one was in here, and that one was living. But then I thought that was the only one left, and just that one and this new male here. Then later on, I seen a red one that didn't look very well. And I was like, I was actually gonna take it out and move it into this tank just in case if it was gonna die, the snails will eat it. Because I did that with one of the other ones that are dead, and then I put it in there, it sank to the bottom, the snails are gonna eat it. But the issue, I tried to reach for it and it went underneath the water. It still had life in it. I thought it's just gonna die. A week later, I saw it resurface and it doesn't look well, but he's still surviving. So I don't really know what's going on with it. I hope that she is able to make a recovery and kind of just hold on to their life. But we'll see what happens. The snails was interesting, as I have less snails in this bigger tank now than I do in the smaller tank. Smaller tank snails are not very healthy, but they're living. So it's very interesting. I'm gonna have to figure out something as far as the tanks. Like I do a natural setup. And so I don't do like filters and all this other stuff. You got the dirt, you got the green, and for the most part, it's always been pretty good. But a couple of years back, this tank, the smaller tank, was not able to support fish anymore. For some reason, they started getting sick and they started having things get on them, but the snails were doing okay. Now the snails are not doing so good, and I'm not really too sure why, because it's never been the case before. I do have some shrimp in there, and most of the shrimp, I didn't put a lot of shrimp in there because I put some of them in this one. This one didn't make it. I think at the time goldfish ate them. Now the goldfish are dead. The smaller tank, the shrimp, is like maybe about 4 of them were in there. I do see like 3 of them. The 4th one might be swimming around there. So they're still living for a good amount of time. So that's pretty good. So I just want to give you guys the update on that. The lineage is now died from the original king and his family. Hopefully this new one will start a family, but I don't know if when you have such a high level of congestion, if that causes, you know, if they won't end up trying to mate because it's like you have too much congestion. So I got to see how that works. But also too, I got to find if you guys have any suggestions on anything outside of the snails and whatever that will try to really eat down the green and maybe even eat the dying plants. I don't like to have to go in there, always cut them when they start dying and falling to pieces. I would love if there was an animal that will eat them and really kind of chomp through them. If the snails are going to do that, maybe once these small ones that had babies inside here grow a little bit up, I can transfer them over and then they can do their thing in here. So I will see, or I might just take all the snails I have in there and transfer them over here. But that tank is a lot more clear. And I think a good part of that too is one, the type of plant that's in there, but two, is those snails are doing their job. So we'll see. I just wanted to give you guys that update, you guys. And as always, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.